The night, the swamp. Is racked with the noise and life. Everywhere, things move and crawl and creep and hunt. A moment ago, you had left the hut of the hags, whom you had fought and now escort a young child. Herself had had a mushroom growth, some ritual magic being done. You hurry quickly. You don't know what else awaits, nor do you know where the troll hag that escaped lurks. Whether she wants revenge for the death of her sisters and her children. But you are continuing with really one thought in mind: to find the faceless fae who had first talked to you and guided you on the path. To give them what they had asked for, perhaps to bargain for more. So, Laura and Azariah, as you are moving through the swamp, do each of you look like? What are you thinking or saying to each other?
Azariah, looking somewhat frustrated but determined on their set, unfolded boat with their two companions laid unmoving. He looks at Aura and he says, I just can't help but feel like I could have done more in the moment.
Well,
Um,
you've done what you think you could do. I can't move too much. I was pretty much stuck in the mud right there, unable to move, stuck in the basement.
mm, the grounds were difficult to move, but yes, you move like a dwarf, but doesn't mean you can't try like one. I think that there's going to be something that we're going to have to give up talking to the faceless creature, which being I still don't really recognize. And I think back of this creature we met, the Farsi, and its origins and what it might can really be. Do I have some idea, or can I think of what I know and have read about to see what this creature is?
Give me an arcana check.
Sure. It's not too bad. 15 plus 9. 24.
Okay. I think trying to understand and think back now that you have time to do so. There was an essence of it whole time it was unnerving to look at, unnerving to be around. But you begin to think it's more than just its appearance. There are spells that capture the essence of fear. And you think it might be woven similar, as though whatever things in the weave cause the fear in our hearts, this thing might be woven from.
Okay. I look at Alora. I think I might be able to know how to tempt this creature to help us get to where we want to be.
How so?
This faceless one, I think it tastes, or at least is made of the threads. The threads of what we are and what was, those of fate. Maybe if it knows of our task or some way I could convince it that us being alive is worth everything.
Mm-hmm.
We might be able to see our friends again.
Well, knowing a powerful creature such as him or them, I'm sure we can come up with something.
What do you know of pacts and deals and creatures of this sort?
DM, would that be a history check or would that be an arcana check, specifically with packs / deals?
It depends on how you want to take it. Each one will give you a little different information, so we can decide.
Okay, hang on. Let me think. Seeing as that this creature is more of a mystical, seeing that it's more mystical, I'd be more inclined to ask about the pacts with magic, like the deal, deals with the devil in magic sense.
Okay, so Arcana then.
Okay, sweet. Oops. Ooh, sweet. That is a 19.
19. I think so. When it comes to similar creatures, from what you're trying to understand what they might be, you recall that they're living, breathing, thinking creatures. Therefore, they like anything have different motivations individually. So it's not like they all would have the same thing. However, what tends to be true culturally about these things, from what you've heard of, that dwell in the woods and the wilds, is that for the most part, whatever it is, they want what they want and aren't out to usually cheat. The only reason they ever would use deception is if they would believe that one might be resistant to giving them what they're asking for. In addition, the fulfillment of their deals tend to often come in the form of kind of what was done to them. So if a price is paid in honor and fullness, without deception or any type of intimidation or pressure, then that is often given back. However, if trickery is used, or the splicing of words is used, or one tries to get the better of them, uh, they will often respond in kind.
Mm, gotcha. Well, Azariah, it's hard to say specifically. There's no set creature that say would want death on us in return for the lives of our friends. As we have free will of our own, so do they. So they could very well ask for anything, really. However, I feel that so long as we honor it and keep our word, they'll do the same. After all, the Paxton deals with powerful creatures such as themselves. There's only one thing we can really do.
Well, I could only think that the mushrooms that we've taken will satiate the creature. Even though that not everyone made the deal, we can convince it and open up to our cause. Even though I'm not too sure.
At the very least, I'm sure they'll hear us out. So while we are returning what they requested, so I'm sure they won't be opposed for us to make another deal with them.
Looking at the girl, has she been like conscious and observing? Like, how has she been acting through this trip?
Give me a medicine check.
Okay. Oh, let me use an inspiration.
I was gonna say, could I provide assistance since Alora's been with the girl since the beginning, and she's been keeping an eye on her.
All right, give advantage. Sounds good.
Sure, I'll keep that. Then mine is a 19.
Oh yeah, observing her. I would say she does seem definitely a little bit out of it. Tired. You can see the signs of exhaustion on her. And kind of really examine her, you do see where fungal growths and root systems have kind of melded with her skin. But following them, you do think that, like, given time and careful work, as so as to not like cut it, you think that they can probably be fully pulled out. But it would take a good place to do that. There'd be surgery and cutting involved, but not so deep as to endanger her. But it would take time to make sure that there would be nothing left on her.
Could I use my proficiency in alchemy to think of different ways I could attack these roots and plant systems in her body that wouldn't affect her, like vinegar and salt, or different things that might kill them but not really affect her, or at least stall this growth so that we have more time when there might not be.
Yeah, give me intelligence alchemy. I'll take that.
All right.
Let's get advantage.
That's 21.
I would say, given some of the stuff, essentially like vinegar, salt, like possibly distill a little bit of alcohol and other things you think can help keep it from, I would say probably at least slow down its progression. things that would starve it nutrient, even though this is clearly um, magically enhanced. It still needs natural things to progress fully, and so that would slow its progress.
Sure. So I'm willing to use obviously my alchemy kit to get the physical part laid out, and then maybe even I don't know. I don't think we've had a short or long rest yet,
No,
but I'm willing to use my pool of Sangromancy blood, like magic blood, to enhance it if I need to, and like take away 2 points and enhance this if I need to put on her.
yeah, I think just using your Sagramancy blood, I think using that resource, we can say you are able to mix in and cause it, especially the blood trying to I think drain the life force out of this while keeping her safe works pretty well.
Do I need to re-roll, or was that
No,
too long?
I think you're good.
Cool. I'll concoct that up while we're moving and dap that on her with the cloth, and we should have a little more time with her. But it is paramount we see the faceless one at once.
Yes. Although we went to great lengths to save this child, I fear we can't do it simply just you and me.
That is why we rely on our friends and the one that we love. If you don't have support, then you will surely fall. And it is hard to get up.
Oh, speak for yourself. She says she reminds that she's gotten up once when she was knocked out.
I remember the times you fell, but remember the stupor you were once in.
Please don't remind me.
I try not to fall or become of ailments because I am taught that there might not be everyone or anyone to save you. When you hunt as someone like me in the Isles, you might have to rely on the ones you love to tell the stories so that your town might remember you.
Well, I suppose to each their own. But regardless, I do agree that we must make haste and find this faceless one.
That we can both agree on. Do you think you can get us there any faster? I don't have too much in the way of navigation to help.
Well, yes, I suppose I can, but we must remain vigilant. We can't afford any more mistakes.
Well, how about this? And my little three-eyed crow friend familiar comes up. They can keep watch at least while you sleep, and I try to do other things. This will hopefully give you an hour to rest if you need it. If not, I am willing to take one, and you could have a raven on your shoulders.
I'm perfectly fine. I only need 4 hours of sleep anyway.
So I can rely on you to watch me while I sleep for a while or rest.
Yes, me and Maple. We've got 2 hands, don't forget Maple. We'll be perfectly fine.
Okay. I trust you. Now sit, and I'll start just looking through some notes and writing down some things.
Yeah.
From my notebook and trying to take a rest for myself.
Yeah, I think both of you here can process a short rest as you finally find yourself in the same grove. you did before. The leaves of autumn that seemed to be out of season with everything else. And sitting on a log, their cane resting between their knees and still finely adorned, is the faceless creature you saw before. Wrinkles all in the front of its head, where you do know the large mouth with the eye can open. Turns to you. What's it?
Farsi, it seems like you've been trying to keep up with the place.
It nods.
I open up nudge to Alora to open up the pack of where she put in all the mushrooms that she got from the two sisters we fell.
Yeah, she'll grab her little bag and open up the strings holding it closed, to reveal the packs of mushrooms with them.
Faceless one, I know you taste the threads of what we were and what we could yet be. You know the shape and maybe even feel every if and almost. As I drop down, my friends, these lives that we lay before you are not just bodies. They are stories half told, patterns you could let rot at frayed ends, or savor for what they could yet become. For you, and I grab one of the mushrooms out the pack, rot in memory. The swamp had's fungus, still fed by sisters' stolen years. In return, you bring these souls back into the weave. Let Layla's light haunt the dark a while longer. Let Nayla's fury split fate open once more. Time. Not for free. Nothing so crude. This is an exchange.
So you're offering it more of the mushrooms?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. That kind of looks and seems to nod understanding, but not agreement. As it pours, it comes over, and it takes off these gloves that reveal very long-fingered, long-nailed hands, almost like claws. And the palms are somewhat small, but the fingers kind of wrap around Layla's and Nala's faces. And then it leans its head back almost at 90 degrees as its face opens, revealing the rows of teeth, and its eye from the center begins to come out, glow dark red. And then there is a tremor that seems to rack the earth and the air. Almost as though it's threatening to break and rebel against all who would be standing here. I need two of you to make a con save.
Will do.
Yay! Con saves. Oh, that's not the good one. That's a 9.
Con would be 15.
Okay. So, pain racks your bodies as it almost seems like you're being torn apart. This would be for 20 bludgeoning damage. As this fair she sudden like itself doubles back, grabbing, screeching a horrible noise as it lets go and its head closes. And it crouches, knees high but low, on top of the two bodies, making almost this rattling sound. This and putting its mask on, head begins to shift and it speaks. They are being consumed.
By what?
They deep and dark, such that I cannot see.
And how does one get to the deep dark?
Yes, how indeed. Then runs its claws over the mushrooms you brought. Nuts. These I will take. But I will need something more.
What is it that you need?
Let's call it an offering. Where you will go, I have no doubts there will be many things you will see and understand and learn. And I need an offering of something seen, something learned, and something found and given to me upon your return.
Give me 1 second here. Hold on. I am totally fine with taking up an offer. I actually have a question for this being and seeing if it can teach me something so I can better give it an account where I cannot lie, which might even be enticing for it. I would like to ask if this being could teach me a cantrip in which I can present also what it's looking for directly by learning encode thought, which could, bring out a memory idea or message from my mind and transform it into a tangible string of going injury, call it thought strand. So I would at least be able to give it to it's like a ribbon that lasts for 8 hours, so it can last and then learn what it needs.
I see you kind of talk of this magic. It looks at the mushrooms, looks at the girl, looks at your friends. I accept the difficulties you endured. And over the next probably a few hours here, we'll begin to teach you how to take thought and code it into object and all those, weaving it with the hands, and it seems to intuitively understand and giving it to you.
Perfect. We will give you what you desire. We just need to get on the path.
Yes. That I can do. They are already in danger. We should hurry before they're devoured entirely.
Well, let's make haste.
I instruct you to lay down Nala and Layla's corpses and to grasp their hands.
As I do, grab them both.
Send you there. While our bodies are guarded here. But don't be fooled. You will be consumed just as much as your friends. If you do not come back. This thing is consuming them. For me to get you out, you must leave it. You need to find its mouth or other exit place. Once
Well,
you're out, then and only then will my gate come for you.
I guess that is fine with me. I prefer my vacations short. Laura, you ready to take a trip?
Always.
I'm counting on you to help me bring back my friends.
Well, not so fast. They're my friends too.
I nod and lay down my head and prep my mind and body for what's to come.
Alora does the same, however, because she's not an animal like Azaria. She'll put Maple right behind her as a pillow.
I love it. And their nail, they cut into your hands a bit and they begin to say in this, blood of the living, blood of the dead. And very quickly you feel this wave of tiredness and loss of feeling come over your bodies. As you feel yourself falling pure darkness and just being able to feel something wet and hot, a breathing and a hunting. With that,
can we just discuss how you do all these insight checks and you don't insight check and you're just like, cool, I'll lay down here and go into God knows where?
Yeah, well, the
You don't
Alora
have much
said that he was
choice.
trustworthy. She said Alora said that he was trustworthy in his deal, so I believed what she said. Don't be mad at me.
The kidnap.
Nala and Layla, you had experienced the pain of death. and a strange floating sensation. You had both seen each other for a moment, adrift among, it seemed, stars, seen out into infinite space with infinite lights, all types of colors. Before the lights began to run and flee. And Layla, in that moment, a darkness that you had not fully felt since coming to the material plane. Roared. Within your chest, it knew you as the light was encompassed. And you felt a maw closing around you, unable to do anything. Falling down wet and slimy paths. And then, as if your consciousness was gone, you both heard a voice, one you recognized, you had heard before, the Enscoti. You are being consumed. This is your one chance. And then pain. You at once, while you are ultimately formless, you all at once have form again. Feel yourselves sink into a strange, red, soft, and organic mass that you are standing on. Looking around, veins and viscera climb the walls, and blood drips from the ceilings upon you. There is a strange, soft, dim glow that pulses like a heart from the floor, giving intermittent, dim and darkness to the space. What would you like to do?
So right now it's just the two of us?
Yes.
Okay. So you look over and Layla is in her full Thrykeen form right now. And she is very much on edge. You just hear a series of clicks and almost chirp-like sounds coming from her as she's kind of just, like I said, on edge. You see her almost, I mean, she doesn't have eyelids, but if she did, she'd be kind of squinting, trying to force herself back to her humanoid shape, and it's not taking. She's just stuck in her bug form at the moment.
I think Nala gets up and will head over to where Layla's at to try and help her up.
Layla accepts the help, but you hear a series of clicks and chirping noises before in your head you hear, "He's eating us. He's eating us. I knew he would come for me, but why you as well?"
Okay. I'm going to take a moment to look closer at my surroundings.
Okay. You can tell the floor is not even. It goes low and high, and there seems to be a particular organic mass protruding at the distance away. And this space looks at once like organic and moving and carved the same way, as though piece of it have been torn out to get to other sections.
Okay. I'm going to look for an area of wall, and I'm going to try to punch my way through it.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
Uh, 12.
You strike it. It reverberates with a dull thud. But it doesn't seem to give at all. But then it begins to shake. More. And these bits of what seems to be blood mixed with matter of the walls and the floor, even the top ceiling, if you would, of this place begin to fall and then start to slump and move. Beginning to surround and come close as though in defense of the assault that you have just made. And everyone can roll initiative.
Okay, I have 0 hit points, so I don't think this is going to last long.
So, for this, everybody can become fully refreshed.
Oh, it's the same effects as a long rest.
He's being
Yes.
generous.
And that's us included, right? Right? From the ship?
Yeah, all
Okay,
4
sweet.
of us. We
Okay.
popped out somehow.
So that's good rolls.
Yep. We'll do initiative from everyone. So we got Alora.
Ooh, I forgot. Add a +5 to that. I forgot.
Okay,
Oh,
so
what the
13.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought I pressed it.
I wish there was a way to change that.
I've got 13. It's fine. Azariah 7, Nala 22. And just Layla.
15.
Perfect. All right. With that, let's see, art department. I think we're ready for our map there.
Yeah, I figured. Where are they? Which end?
The juicy one.
Yeah, I think the one closest to the camera.
What form is Layla in?
I'm a
Carapace form.
bug.
You're in your bug form?
Yeah.
Yep.
What form is Nala in?
Small.
Beautiful form. Wait, hold on.
No, I believe she died in her small form, so
Damn.
So, in fact, like, actually, kind of disperse them throughout the room a little bit. Nayla and Nala are next to each other. Or Layla and Nala. That is, these things are getting to converge.
Just horrible?
8.
Get out of
No.
here.
Just 4 players today.
Yeah, 4 players.
Ow, son of a monkey balls. 8 of what? All of these?
Those, yeah.
Oh.
How many children of monkey balls you know?
Where you want them? All over the place?
Yeah, so making their way here.
Making their way downtown on the other side.
So you can see them as she's putting them in. They do blend.
4, 5.
Which their blending, incidentally, will give disadvantage to attacks.
Damn.
In my new set, Pretty.
So when it's very shiny. I like it. When we walk by, does it like are we able to? Do we see? I guess Nala and Layla.
I'll narratively make this happen.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to do this.
Well,
in that way.
I love you. I love you both.
Cool. All right. So with that, Nala, it is your turn.
All right. Nala will go ahead and begin a rage. And she's going to run up to no, don't switch her. Don't switch
You
her.
said rage.
I did. And she's going to run up to the closest enemy, and she's going to take a swing at it.
I'm gonna be real honest. These suckers are really hard to see, even for me. I'm gonna put a color underneath them.
All right. All right. So do your attacks with a disadvantage.
Yeah. It's 26.
26 hits.
That will do. 14 slashing,
All right.
and they will need a wisdom save.
Got it. For 17.
All right, they pass. So I will go ahead and attack him again.
All right. So what weapon are you using? What's this looking like?
Right now, just my hands, and
So you're just gonna punch it. Okay.
Is that better? Can everyone see them better now?
yeah. And as she's attacking, her hands are like changing as she's attacking. So that's a crit.
2 natural 20s.
No, but I have rage, so it's all single. They're single rolls.
Rage gives you
Because-
advantage.
Reckless gives me advantage.
So you're doing reckless. That's
Yeah.
okay. Cool. Perfect.
You heard an R word and got real confused there, didn't you?
Flat roll. I had rage. I was like, "What's right?" Like how? But you're cool. All right.
Alright.
So flat roll.
That's 20 slashing as her fingernails begin to grow, and now she will attack it again one more time.
Good.
That one is an 18.
Okay, that hits.
That's 16 slashing on that one, as her fingernails have now completely reverted into these long talonous claws.
Very good. Anything else?
No, I'll just continue to stay right there.
All right, so tearing at one of these, ripping off. It's thick, and you have to essentially rip off pieces of it and throw as they try to congeal back to each other. And we'll go to Layla.
Still, borderline panic attacking. She's gonna kind of just out of reflex, I think, make a screeching noise and cast Sacred Flame at the one right next to her there.
Nice.
So it needs a dex save.
All right. Oof, there's only 5.
Cool. So it takes 14 radiant damage.
Very cool. Because of singe and burn.
And then bonus action, going to cast just a 2nd level spiritual weapon behind it and have it attack.
Nice.
Dirty 20.
That will hit.
For 7 force damage.
Okay. In that case. Oh. There is a roar and a cry as this thing shudders once more. And you can see in a section of this stomachy organic floor fingernails the size and height of each of you come up through the bottom
Why you gotta ruin my preset by making gross things?
and tear a hole. And in the palm of the hand that comes up, you see placed within this long-fingered and long-nailed hands Azariah and Elora. As it places them and sinks into the ground. Elora and Azariah, you start prone.
Oh. That's
Elora, it's your turn as you start to come to consciousness, feeling a burning and seeing the scene here.
Oh, well. This is one way to take from a nap. She'll get up. I probably should. There's not enough room. Okay, I'm just gonna attack the one in front of me. Oh, actually, yeah, she's gonna attack the one in front of me, but she's gonna cast Hunter's Mark. Oops. I'll use that for it, it's fine. Alrighty. I'm going to attack it with my short sword. And with this with disadvantage, right?
Yes.
Let's see. Ooh, that's not. Hang on one sec. Okie dokie. That is. Ooh, that's not good. That's a 15, a dirty 20, and a 10.
For damage?
Yeah, no, for roll.
Overall, 15, 20, and 10. So the 10 will miss.
Oops, sweet. There's 2 of them worked. That is 18 piercing. Yeah, that's what it was. 18 piercing damage.
Nice. All right, so striking. He's trying to loosen up the strange goose.
I'm sorry, I forgot to roll one of the damages for Hunter's Mark. That's an extra one.
Got it. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Azariah.
Azariah sees, gets up and sees down the shaft and all these buggers that are shifting throughout this mass. And he sees that they're kind of displaced. And what he's going to try to do is center a 15-foot radius cylinder that erupts around them. 15, right? Let me see. Where's she at? Yeah, 15-foot radius, 100-foot high cylinder. And I want to get the max amount
The
of
radius on a 15-foot high cylinder is still 15?
Yeah, 15-foot radius. And I want to send it on the most baddies on the bottom intestines there.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotcha.
What
So,
do you want to do? Get as many as you can?
yeah, I think towards the bottom. Yeah.
And I do this with my own blood.
It's 4.
You circling a parchment, one of the parchments in my
Do you have to
notebook.
avoid allies?
Yes. If I can avoid allies,
The
that would
only
be
thing,
preferred.
if he does it this way, the only thing in there is the spiritual weapon, which doesn't count.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect. All right, so take those 4.
One of which is
And-
the one that Brian was hitting.
Very
Cool.
good.
So to start, they will take. So as this crimson energy comes from the ground beneath their feet, they will need to roll a Constitution save, and they are already affected by some of the energy that I put out, which is going to be, oh my gosh. If I can just get it going, that'd be great. 27.
So 27, no matter what the save is.
Yeah, so it's on a success. They will take the full necrotic damage equal to my hit die, what I just did, and on a failure, they'll take half.
Okay, perfect.
And then they must expend 4 of their own hit die and take additional necrotic damage.
Okay, success of that half. What's the
So
DC?
yeah, no half. It's DC is 17. Yeah, the baseline is at 27 necrotic.
Okay, so if they succeed, they take half.
No, if they succeed, they take the 27, the full that I put in with my
Gotcha,
blood
thank you.
point. And then if they fail, they have to roll an additional 4 of their own hit die.
Okay, so as a group, they succeeded, so they would take the
Okay.
27.
Cool.
I'd ask if they look bloody, but they already do.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. So what do you think this looks like as this goes out?
So as a crimson flash erupts around them and envelops them, it tries to eat away at their life force, and it seems like they're a little bit resilient. As I try to pull some of the life force that the cylinder is taking, it is not able to connect, and I'm not able to get their full the power from
All
that spell.
right. Content slightly black.
The power I trace comes from.
All right, art department.
Yeah.
I got a fun thing for you.
Oh, goody.
Uh-oh.
What is it?
They are going to move the best they can. They're not going to provoke op attacks, though,
Okay.
but they are all going to get as many of these folks as they can in 30-foot cones. So 8 total 30-foot cones.
Okay. Let me get my 30-foot cone. I'll
So
be
you
right
know
back.
how many peeps are
Yeah.
in each cone.
Yep. Yep. Where's my 30-foot cone?
And so the rest, what you all see then is they begin to move and kind of expand, and what looks like bits of or like hungry toothed and slobbering organic matters begin to form in them as they explode out, trying to protect this thing that you are in. Yeah, got good amount of movements.
Okay, hang on a minute. Okay. Everyone's gonna take 4.
All right, so
Because y'all lined up perfectly that no one can get in.
this is going to be DC 14 for dex saves, and then I'll go and start calling you. You need to tell me how many failures, how many successes you got.
Is it 4?
Yeah,
4.
4 DC 14 dexterity saving throws.
Oh,
Are these
are
magical?
you shitting me?
No.
Okay.
Oh, that's not. Okay.
Then I'm going to do the having and whatnot in the dice rolls as you tell me. So whatever I say is going to be the amount of damage you take. Let's see here.
Thanks for telling me to split them up earlier. If I hadn't, everyone would be getting 8.
Yeah. Kind of stuff. All right. Let's see here. Nala, do you have yours?
0.
All right. So all successes? All successes then? Okay. So that would be. So you then, that is 57 acid damage. As you kick and move, doing your best. Layla?
2 saves, 2 fails.
Okay.
But technically, for math, Layla and Nala are getting hit by the same 4, and
I'm just going to roll separately for each
Okay.
one. It's easier. Layla, that is 65 acid damage.
Alright, and I think that qualifies as me being bloodied. Or close to it, at least.
Laura,
2 saves, 2 fails.
okay. For the same number, then I'm going to go ahead and give you that 65.
Ouch.
And then Azariah,
I got 1 fail.
okay. That will be 57.
Okay. Owie.
All right, it's like spray these digestive juices, this stuff meant to protect this thing from the inside. And with that, now it'll be your turn.
So I took 57 with all saves.
Yep. Because I rolled each time. That's why.
All right. I will attack the guy right next to me.
All right. So good.
13.
13 will miss. I double checked that I rolled the right dice, and I did.
Next one's a crit.
Nice.
Ooh.
18 slashing.
All right. How do you want to kill it?
I'll just slice off its head. And I want to immediately run up to the next one in line.
straight roll.
Gotcha.
And
Hey, babe. We fixed
I
this
will
at
attack
some
this one as well.
point. No, this.
That's another crit.
Nice.
And 22 slashing. And wisdom save.
Got it. That is 13.
Right. He will take 13 psychic.
Very nice.
And I will stay there.
Bubbles up. Very good. Layla.
Alright, let's start with the spiritual weapon attacking
Choo choo.
27.
Yes, that hits.
Alright, for 12 force damage.
Good. Parts of it are obliterated.
Alright. And then for my action, I'll cast just a base level 3rd Spirit Guardians.
Oh, nice.
As you hear just a series of clicks and then a screeching noise as a bunch of stars explode out of me and start hitting.
That's a 15-foot emanation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna hit for 3 by him.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's on their turns.
Yeah.
Before 2014.
I was
Starts
just
its
making
turn
sure
there.
how big it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bonus action.
Got it. Very good. Elora.
I don't like these fucking blooded things. I'm low. But two can play that game. Conjure Barrage. Let's see. I want
You are
to.
flanking.
How do I do this without? I mean, I could do something evil and make the art department suffer, but I'm not going to do
Yeah, you
that.
Just remember, payback's a bitch, and so am I.
Well, my usual is my movies, but I don't think there's enough space for my movies. Let's see. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna conjure barrage the ones below me.
Okay. So there's 3 there.
Yeah,
4 there.
4. Oops, that's not the one.
1, 2, 3, 4. Very close.
You're saying just the ones below, right?
Well, I'm not too sure if I was able to hit the one on top.
What's
so
your
that's-
radius?
Radius, it's a cone. It's a 60-foot cone.
Okay, so 60-foot cone from them.
Of course, I had the 30 out. Hold on.
Trying to
You
see.
can get all but 1.
Yeah, but the thing is, I didn't want to hit.
You have to hit some miss allies.
Oh, he has to miss ally? No, you can still get all but 1. He can't get the
Oh.
one that Ryan's beating on.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'll do that
The
then.
other ones.
Nice.
Okay, so I'll need a 14 dex saving throw for all of those.
Got it.
They'll
That is
receive.
14.
Ooh, these are good numbers. That's 15. So that's 15. Is that piercing? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. 1 sec. Oh yeah, that's 15 piercing. For all of that fail. So you said 1 failed, or they all?
They all got 14.
Oh, then that's half. So half of 15 is 7.
Yep. So you take 7. Very good.
And then bonus action.
Pretty good. 35 damage.
Ah man, I'm gonna attack the one right next to me
Four,
with
actually.
my bonus action. Well, with the disadvantage, correct? So,
Straight roll. You're flanking with Nala.
well, okay, sweet, nice, natural 20.
There we go.
Look at that.
Ooh, and these are really good rolls. 2. That's a extra 16 piercing.
Nice. How do you want to kill it?
After just pulling out my hand, my barrage of ammunition, she'll grab her sword with one of her arms while focusing on the other one and just cut down the one right next to her.
All right.
Let's see, that's action, bonus action. That's it for me.
All right, then Azariah.
Following up, I'm thinking about causing whatever the fuck we're in some indigestion. So I'm trying to see visually how I think a fireball in a radius
Are you
would
guys gonna make me get every stencil out?
Yeah, I mean, you're here. I might as well use you now. I miss you too. You know, geez, do you not miss me?
Do you have to avoid friends?
Yeah, it's a fireball, and I'm not that kind of wizard.
You can get these 3, or you can get these 3. These 3 have already hit with something.
Yeah, I want to get the ugly ones in back.
Okay. The 3 that he already hit once, Matt,
Okay.
which still has the one Ryan's beating on.
17 decks.
Got it. So as a group, we got 1.
That's awesome.
Through
like
the dice.
And that roll is going to be 26 damage.
Ooh, very good. All right. So in that case, you totally destroy the one that Ryan's or that Layla's on. How do you do it?
Oh yeah, as it starts to erupt, I can just see it crisping away and some blood vessels that might be in it just bursting.
Nice.
That means that Layla's red. Got a nice little crimson sheen.
All right. Anything else?
For me, little me, I think this is gonna be it.
Okay. Very good. All right. Their cone attacks do not recharge this round. Yes.
Oh, two of them are in the spiritual.
Yes. Thank you. Let's process that. That's wisdom saves.
Yep. 17 DC.
Both fail.
Well, that is, I mean, cool, but that is a terrible roll. 6.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, a 1, a 2, and a 3
Damn.
on 3d8s.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not good.
Alrighty. So, all right. There's the one I believe is right on. The Laura.
Yep, one's right there.
Okay. So that will begin its attack as it starts to try to wrap and move around. First things first, that's a 21 to hit.
Oh yeah, that does it.
All right, so it smacks for 8 bludgeoning damage and digests for 21 acid damage.
Ah, why'd you have to add that acid damage on top of that? I'm down.
Okay, down and grappled
Because I gave him coffee because he asked for it.
as it's going to actively digest you. All right, we'll get to it when it comes to your turn. That was his first attack too.
Shut up.
So then it'll go ahead and move to. Is that Azariah back there or?
Yeah, I'm back.
Perfect. So, only a 10 to Azariah.
I put up my runic shield and say "F you."
Right. And then, so these two just meld through the massive wall and end up around Nala. And now, Nala, you didn't have to reckless before because you flanked. So they just have flat rolls. So I got 23 to hit. Is that Nala? You
No,
have to
that does not hit.
Okay. 25. Then a nat 20.
Oh. I say no.
So that will be
Wait,
what?
I'm gonna react,
Yeah.
Okay.
and I'm going to cast that little thing. What's that thing called again? Silvery barbs.
Yes. So we roll. Only for an 11, so the crit into a miss.
And I will give. I should be able to get two. Oh no, they go before my turn. I'll give Alora a advantage.
Excellent. All right, now the second one makes its first attack for another natural 20.
God damn.
Damn.
Yeah.
That will be 20 bludgeoning, half to 10 for your rage. And 36 acid damage. As it wraps and grapples. Makes its second attack. For 24 for a miss. All right. Then got the two are gonna on the bottom move forward and try to get around Layla. The first one here. That is 17 to hit.
Miss.
18 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. That is 9 bludgeoning damage and 14 acid damage. Then the second one.
Gonna use my reaction, give it disadvantage.
Okay, you got it. That's 11.
Miss.
So you were grappled by that one. The other one, and then it's a regular roll for this next one, right?
Yeah,
Okay. 24 to hit.
I'm down.
The laugh is diabolical.
Okay,
Unless
yeah.
there's a way it can do less than 6 damage.
No, it's impossible. All right, so it does 12 and 14. So Layla goes down. Very good. All right, then Nala.
So Nala. So when Nala got hit, she kind of got smacked into the wall there and to the shadow, and then she just starts to growl, like guttural growling, as she turns back, and her ears have kind of grown quite a substantial amount. And she's going to take her taloned hand here, and she wants to attack the one next to she's kind of surrounded. She'll attack the one that's next to that's closer to Layla. Yeah. So the one that's right next to her, but closest to Layla.
Maybe.
And that is, that is a 20 something, 23.
That hits.
Okay, that one does 9 slashing, and I want it to do a wisdom save for me.
All right. That's a 10.
All right, so it immediately will need to take its reaction to attack the one next to Layla.
Okay. It does no damage to it.
Damn.
Nice.
No.
Because
So then-
they're immune to their damage types.
All right. So I will.
Essentially, they might take bludgeoning. It hits and does 13 bludgeoning. With that.
Okay. So I will attack it again.
Incidentally killing that one.
Oh, cool.
Oh, it killed the other one?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh,
Punch
that's a
in the
crit.
face.
Reds, yeah.
I keep rolling these 19 crits.
Wow.
So number 19 is my lucky number today. That one does 20 slashing. Magical slashing, I should say.
Very good. Anything else?
Is it still up?
Yeah.
All right. So I want to attack it again.
Put it in the face.
Come on.
Have a face.
All right. That one is a 18 to hit
That hits.
for 15 slashing.
Good. Ripping out more and more. It's still up.
Jeez, what is it gonna take?
Life.
So I want. No, it's not gonna do me any good to move. Okay, I guess I'll have to stay there. All right, I'll stay right there. But I do want to continue to growl, and hopefully, the one next to Layla will take an interest in me.
Let's see. Oh, incidentally, that is 6 acid at the start of your turn. Now,
What did I do?
you were grappled by it.
Which one?
The one that critted you.
Oh,
Damn.
Damn.
I didn't even know I was grappled. I apologize. I forgot they were there.
All good. All right, Layla. So, what you what you are capable of doing here. So I'll reveal the entireness of this mechanic here. In this place, healing spells can only grant temporary HP. However, at the start of your turn, if you are at 0, you can gain a level of exhaustion to roll all your hit die and gain that many HP.
Damn.
Okay.
As you're delving into and using up your soul.
That won't have consequences later. Not me building the rest of
Will
it.
I get to re-roll all of them if I go down again?
Or is it just the ones you have left? Because I used some.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
I guess-
Yeah, so you'll be able to roll as all of your hit die at once.
Okay.
So your full max amount of hit die.
Okay. And then if I say go down again, will I be
You-
able to roll
you-
all of them again?
You'd be able to take, as long as you take a level of exhaustion.
that
Okay.
was awesome.
And for this, we're using the modified ones where it's -2 to all rolls of exhaustion you have.
And also, so in this
Nice,
sense,
nice.
Matt, since healing works this way, is it a compounding thing? Like you continue to stack that type of healing, or is it like temporary hit points where it just replaces it?
Oh, yes. So it's a different type of temp HP. You are able to stack that up.
Okay, and if I did something for a spell that gave temp HP, how would that work? Would it in this like photo, it's like pseudo world? Does it work like regular healing because it is temp AP, or is it a separate thing from the temp HP we're getting?
Oh, I gotcha. We just count it as that same thing.
Okay, cool.
Just for
So that's good for me.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and roll my 11d8 up to 81.
Okay, get an exhaustion, and this essentially counts similar to getting a natural 20. So you get your turn. You dig deep in your soul, and describe any visual things. This could be a physical thing. This could be more of like a facial thing. This could be like a straight blow.
So I would say, just because I had Spirit Guardians up and they were a bunch of stars, I'm going to say they all smash into me, kind of imprinting themselves on me.
Nice.
But obviously also giving me life, but also you can tell that it really took its toll on me.
Nice.
So I will go ahead and stand up. I do still have my spiritual weapon, so I'll whack. I'll whack the one right next to me there.
Let's go.
Why was I just thinking probably like to give a dog a bone?
That's an 11 to hit.
Ooh, that will miss. You're still a little groggy.
Yeah.
I just thought it was one new guy.
Then I will. Yeah, I'm just gonna toll the dead at the one right in front of me there.
So let's see here. That's a wisdom save.
Yep,
4.
that's a fail.
Yeah, it is damaged.
Yup. 17.
How do you want to kill it?
Hey.
So kind of more clicking sounds as it kind of just makes its eyes kind of burst in its head.
Very nice. Anything else?
I'm going to, because I don't have, because I'm not in its range, I'm going to back up towards where my spiritual weapon is.
Okay, yeah, trying to like I gotta back up.
Yes, I'm tired of being hit.
Got it.
I don't take damage very well. But that will be it.
All right, Elora. Same thing to you. What you gonna do?
Same thing. Level of exhaustion on my hit dice.
Here we go.
That's it. There we go. What? Hello game. Come on. Roll the dice. Okay, well, D&D Beyond doesn't want to play nice right now.
Are you waiting on the roll?
Yep.
Well, you can describe what it looks like while we wait for the number.
So, like before, being knocked down unconscious, miraculously she'll like wake up. I really have to stop falling asleep like this in mid-fight. She'll say as she struggles to get up.
Okay. Ugh.
I don't know. Hang on one sec, but hit dice are. There we go. There we go. Alright, that's just being weird. Sweet. That's 84. Back up. Let's see. Alrighty. And then I'm going to. Which one looks more hurt? The one on my right or the one at the bottom?
Bottom.
Okay. I'm going to Hunter's Mark with my bonus action. Come on, game. There we go. Let's see. Oh, just shoot. No! Dice roll, no! I'm sorry.
Sent that one.
Alright. That is 17 to hit and 12 to hit.
Okay, 17 hits.
Sweet. Aw, come on. Give me something better than that. That's a 5 piercing.
Okay, 5 piercing. So that's it. As you strike out, we'll go to Azariah.
Looking at these beasts before me and being disgusted. Stop it. I am going to. Yeah. I'm going to actually just put a 3 little blasts will go out, 2 fly out to the ones to the right of Alora. That's going to be a 22 and a 17.
Both hit.
Alrighty then. First one is going to be 4 damage. The other one's going to be 9.
Nice. What
And
type is
then,
that? Force?
Force, yeah.
Perfect.
And then the one for the left one, that's going to be an 18. And the damage for that one is a 6.
Okay, that's below you, Alora, or
So the first one was like the below, and then the other one was still right in front.
oh, gotcha.
And then for my bonus action, I am going to. Sure, let's do this. The one that which one looks better off between the one that's in front of Alora and the one that's like at the bottom?
Okay, so I would say probably the one below Alora is the better off one right now.
Okay, so I pull my hand out and I say, I take actually a dried up. It looks like a dried up worm, and I give it some of my light force and blood, and in doing so, it becomes wet and succulent, but it's not enough where it's full, and it starts to reach out and suck the life force of the bottom one as I cast consumption through this leech, and it automatically will take. Goddamn, that was a great roll. 12 damage. There's no specific type, just 12 damage.
Nice.
And then now, at the end of each of its turn, it must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failure, I will cast again and take more of its life. And on a success, it will finally end.
Got it. All right, and starting with the one between Alora and Nala, it's going to go ahead and have it's going to do its 30-foot cone. I think that's probably going towards Azariah and Alora.
And this is a physical spell, right? Not a
It's physical, yeah.
not a
So
spell.
that's Dex save 14.
And twice, correct?
We'll do this once right now.
Okay.
Just do one right now. I'll probably have you do another one in a second, but
Or should I say this is not a spell, it's an
I can give
ability.
you the numbers.
yeah.
18.
Nala needs 2.
They're not all three doing it, just 2 of them are doing it.
Two of them.
But
Okay.
I got what you did. Oop. Wrong one. So let's see here. Alora, what'd you get?
Oh, yeah, 19.
19. Okay, so that's 10 acid. And Azariah.
I'm sorry, and what was the save?
Dex save 14.
To be honest, I'm going to choose to absorb elements anyway, so it doesn't reduce if I save, right? Like it doesn't take the resistance of the save.
Oh,
Or
yes,
yes,
yes, it does.
yeah, it would. Okay, so yeah. True. So I'll do that, and I'm probably going to fail anyways. I rolled 11, and I'm just going to do absorb elements.
Okay, so 21 have the 10 for your absorption.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then the one in the back is going to do another one that's going to get Nala and Alora and Azariah.
Hey, I got resistance! Yay!
Ah, boy.
Oh gosh, 14 on this one. Is that the save?
Yep.
That is
Oh.
I'm 13.
13. So on the 13, that's 22 acid, On the 14, that's 11 acid.
And then the resistance, so that's 5.
Yep.
Right?
And Nala?
Save.
All right, so 11 acid. And we just have the one that's going to attack
Don't forget, one of them has to do the consumption.
Laura. What?
One of them has to do the consumption roll at the end.
Yeah, which is this
Yeah,
one,
the bottom
actually.
one.
Yep. So,
And that's a con save 17.
the end of its turn, right?
Yes.
Hey, Laura got a 15 and a 16.
I got it. I'm sorry.
Just the one hits.
Let's see. Did I attack with my short sword?
Last time?
Yes.
You did the Arcane Barrage.
Right. But before that, did I have it equipped? Yes, I did. I did.
You
shoot
did,
average-
I think
Back
you did.
going between
So
you
then
and
the AC is 17, while I have
Oh, nice.
swords out.
Okay. And then I forgot the other two do get one single attack in addition to their breath. So they're both going to go Nala. So miss the 22 and miss with a 19. Very good.
Now do the consumption save.
Yep. And is it con save for consumption?
Yes.
That is 12.
All right. I will roll as I try to consume its life force for 9.
Nice. All right. With that, then Nala.
All right. So I know I've been beating up the one on the right. So I guess I will have to continue beating him. So I'm going to go ahead and swing at him.
For my clarification, is the one on the right the one in between you two or the one behind you?
Behind me.
Okay, thank you.
26.
6. That hits.
9 piercing. I'm sorry, 9 slashing.
All right.
I'll attack him again.
Okay.
Uh, 17.
That hits.
10 slashing.
Very nice.
And well, I guess I'll have to attack him again.
All right.
Okay. Okay. I need to see if I have a healing something. Well, I have this thing. Yeah. Do I have a bottle? I do have a bottle. Okay, I will drink the bottle. Okay. And that's it.
Okay. So remember that's temp HP.
Yep.
And we'll go to Layla.
Alright, bonus action, move my spiritual weapon up to swing at the one there.
You're 12, that's 20 feet, right?
Yeah, 20.
Then you're good. It can reach.
Okay. That was a 24 minus 2, so 22. To
That
hit
hits.
for a whopping 9 force damage.
Very nice.
And then for my action, let's just go with 6th level Mass Cure Wounds on everybody.
Okay.
So we all get 28.
All right. Alright, on the temp HP. Anything else?
Nope. I think I'm just gonna keep chilling there.
Because that another like stars go out?
No. Oh, for
healing.
the healing. I'll kind of draw a symbol in the air and kind of send that out, and then it will kind of sprinkle down on everybody.
Nice. A little bit of a shield. Do some cell protection. We'll go to Alora.
Yay! I'm gonna attack the stupid things again with my short swords. Thanks, yeah.
Remember the one in the back has your harness mark on it.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. I have to make a con save for that because it's confrontation. I fail. I do not. All right. Okay. Thank you, Dice Gods. Finally, that's a 9. That's a 29. Oh, I'm sorry. Scratch that. Not 29. That's a 27 and 22.
That hits.
2 22s and 126.
Right, so
That will be.
with that, you're going to be able to kill both of the ones next to you, really, because they're so low HP.
Sweet,
Nice.
yeah, because that's 12 slapping.
Yeah, so whoosh. How do you kill the two next to you?
Just this in this quick, swift motion, slicing down one with one of my swords while having the second sword in her hand. She'll turn around quickly and slash the other one.
Nice.
The action, bonus action, that's it. Okay.
Then Azariah.
3 Crimson Darts will go out before the one that's in front of Nala. Wow. Okay. That's going to be a natural 1, 2 for a 11, and then a dirty 20.
Oh, 20 hits.
Thanks. 10.
Nice.
And then for my bonus action, I will. Yeah, I'm gonna put my wipe some of the blood that I've had from various cuts and bruises and acid away, eating away at my flesh, and I will wipe it on Alora as I cast Blood Bond. And you will add sorry. 17 to your your hit points, your temp hit points, whatever. So add that, and we're blood bonded. Merry
Woo.
Christmas. And I will say in your mind, right as I cast that, since we can talk in our minds, you need to stick with me. I'm going to give Layla something, so we get out of here right away, but I need to learn something before we leave.
Yes, we both have to find something.
And that will be it.
All right. Next one's going to miss twice as Nala is able to catch and dodge and weave. Go ahead, Nala.
Yeah. So my net one earlier, I no longer have my claws, but I am going to take my little kid hands and try to scratch at his face. And I'm going to attack with my reckless. It's another net one.
Oh no!
So attack again. All right, it's a 19.
I bet this is because you got all those 19s, but then of course you don't get another 19, so.
I assume that hits.
19 hits.
So that will do 16 magical slashing damage with my nails. And I will go ahead and try to slash his face again.
Gotcha.
One more time. Well, I don't think that's going to hit. It's a 11, so I will have it do its yeah, let's try a wisdom save on him.
Okay. How much damage went?
From an 11 attack?
So no, so you didn't hit at all.
Well, I hit him the second time.
So how much damage?
I think it was 16.
Okay. Then wisdom save of 3.
Right. So that is 9 psychic damage. As I am just like
Yeah.
screeching at it. Like, ah! And that's my turn. Unless I can get away from him. But I assume he's holding me. I don't really know what's going on.
No.
else?
How
Yeah.
do you want to kill it?
Oh, he's dead. Okay. So I just scream at him, and his head explodes from all the psychic damage he just took. And then as I'm like just kind of wiping that off of me, I just say, "Surprise!"
Very good. And with that, it falls, and we will go to our break.
Yay.
Alrighty. So, as we come back, the creature still, wherever you are in, still rumbles. And you are in here the strange sounds that permeate this place, but it seems you have a moment of reprieve.
Mm. I went over to Nala and Layla, stepping in between them both and crouching down a bit. You're both okay. Well, at least for what okay looks like down here. I need you to take this, Layla, and stay close to Nala as I hand you my rune necklace. It could get you out of here, I think, at least deep into where we need to go. And do I know any creature that is, let's say, 1,000 feet wide? Like if it was a worm, is there 1,000 foot tall worm I know of?
I mean, that would be common knowledge now.
Okay. If we are in dire circumstance, do you think about going up 500 feet or at least down? And I think after saying down, where do I feel like air is coming from? Where the mouth is sucking in air, maybe gas is passing through, or things like that.
Just give me a survival check.
Sure. I'm not the best, but I'll do her. All right. Where's survival? Okay. Oh, not bad. 17.
Okay. So, since it's a little odd as you're moving through, but actually, yeah, you don't necessarily get the sense of like air or something breathing in and coming out necessarily.
I don't know which way is closest to the way out, but either way, we can't use this now. We have to find something worth sharing to the Farsi, the faceless one. They sent us down here.
You hear in your mind, he only wants me. You should. The rest of you need to leave.
Just because. Oh, sorry.
It wants me. Layla is still visibly on edge. She's probably going to be throughout this whole endeavor.
Just because it wants you doesn't mean it deserves you. We'll all get out of here. Just remember what I said. When it gets dire, you just think up. And the faceless one said it would create a door, a portal for us out. Now, which way? Should we go out this way, and I'll point to the way where I was closest, or out towards where the little wall is broken apart, and we see a little opening.
Is there any way I could figure out which way we need to go, or is this going to be just a same check that they made?
Unless there's a way that you have a unique way of trying to figure it out.
Let me see here.
Trying to hear the fart. Where's the closest place to the nearest fart?
I was thinking. There's divination ritual that I could do.
Okay.
Check. Yes, ritual. So I ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. So could I ask which way is the way out of here?
Well, there's two ways out. We know that. We just want to maybe know what's the closest.
Which is
the closest exit.
Yeah, which is the which direction would lead to the fastest exit?
Okay. So you're basically trying to go down one, say we go down here and trying to divine if it's a fast exit.
Well, it says I can ask I'm asking which way, and this isn't the
Okay.
wheel or woe one. It's the you give offers a truthful reply. Reply might be a short phrase, cryptic rhyme, or an omen.
Good. All right. So go ahead and have your character ask the question.
Where is the closest exit?
You hear in your head, this is not a creature of hunger. It is the hunger-made creature. It does not want to consume you. Wants to unmake you. To digest your soul. Until there is no you left to remember.
Yeah.
Go forward to fight against the flow. Go to your back to try to resist its digestion of you. The speed is upon you all.
Okay, I will relay that to everybody else. And out of character, does that sound like we need to go the direction that me and Nala started, or the direction that Az and Laura started?
I mean,
I'm guessing.
all you really need to go is the idea forward. You just answer which one
Okay.
you're choosing. I think which one that is whatever. But,
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
So forward we go, and it's gonna keep trying to eat away at
right.
us.
Right. We either go against the flow of it in what it intakes, or we try to go down the bowels and resist its digestion of us, which doesn't sound easy. Neither
Yeah.
sounds really easy, to be honest. I mean, we could try. I'm not feeling the best, and I would try to keep the health points that are health points and not go into the temp right away. But if you are comfortable, I mean, we could try to get 500 feet ahead of us at some point. I'm not sure how, um, long this creature is, but we'll at least try to continue forward until it gets hairy, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not sure if just randomly teleporting ahead is going to be a great idea.
For sure, yeah. I mean, we should definitely try to get
Because we have no idea what is in any direction.
right.
We could go 500 feet forward and just be, in bone or in the wall or whatever. So I think let's not go with the digestion. Let's go against it. I think would be the best against the flow. Because clearly I'm not great at resisting stuff.
Yeah, speaking of resisting stuff,
Because I just get fucked. Oh, this is also probably the first time Alora has seen me in my bug form.
Yeah, she's not surprised. Seeing that, she knows exactly who you are.
I mean, this is the first. I mean, before then, you thought she was just a human with markings on her until she quote unquote died. Because I'd only revealed. I think the only two people that had seen it at this point were.
I'm sorry. I think I just had that like a little bit confused. Did you not mention it?
No. So
I'm sorry.
technically she is, but I've got we did the character creation a little differently.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
And so she looks human most of the time until she died. Then she looks like a bug.
Yeah, no, I had that reverse. So she has seen you in your bug form. However, you were dead, and she couldn't say anything about it because you were dead.
Yes.
Okay.
Which the first time this is the first time I've died, so it's the first time I've dropped out of my human form.
Yeah. Okay. Give me one sec. I had that confused. Layla, is that you?
You'll hear in your head. Yes. I will explain if we get out of this, but it's a long story.
Well,
I noticed a little off-putting and a bit of a surprise, but despite the appearances, I still mean you no harm.
Well, seeing as how one of us can turn from a child to an adult, I'm not really surprised. You can change yourself, nor does it change the fact. But we can discuss about this in your new form later. I think it's better for all of us that we don't linger anytime soon.
Yes. So, let us go against the grain.
Right. Now, you've been muted if you've been communicating.
Oh, I'm here.
Okay. So what's Nala doing?
She's just following along. Isn't really too sure. Just kind of figuring it out as everyone's talking.
So you haven't like replied like when we came over and stuff. You just been like sitting there.
Replied.
Like, because they were like, "Hey, everyone," they were kind of moving with everybody.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, because I came over and I was like, "Oh, you both are okay." Like, blah, blah, blah.
I was probably answering a DM, so I didn't hear that.
Okay, all good. Well, I'll look over to you then, and Nala, your abilities, they seem different down here. How do you feel?
I feel the same. I haven't noticed anything.
I guess you just don't have your big hammer. I guess maybe that's what's missing.
My hammer?
Oh, the big, huge weapon you used to carry.
Oh, I mean this one. He pulls out the ambusher.
Yeah.
It's a great axe.
Yeah, great axe. Oh. Does it look different at all or same?
No, it looks the same. But granted, she hasn't used it in quite a long time.
Right.
Ever since we killed that guy.
This is going to be quite the story to tell everyone once we get out.
Yeah. I mean, where are we?
Layla seems to think it's an old friend of hers.
They teleported us here?
I think this is just another version of some type of hell. But it seemed to want you both. We were sent here by the Faceless Man, the Farsi.
I don't remember that.
Oh, you weren't there, just your body was.
I was asleep.
You were dead.
Dead.
The only way I know it.
No, I don't think I'm dead. I mean, I'm here.
I don't think you're exactly that. It seems like this creature that we're in are trying to erase us from existence, our soul entirely. If this is a hell, it's the final one.
We're in hell?
We're in somewhere that wants to eat everything that once was and make it nevermore.
Well, I don't understand. I mean, if I'm dead, why are you here?
Because we made a deal to get summoned here in the deep bowels where this whatever it is resides.
You didn't have to do that.
I don't have to wake up and make coffee every morning, but I enjoy it, so.
Yeah. I know. I guess death has never bothered me because I didn't think I'd get to experience it.
Then how's your first vacation in the afterlife? Are you willing to stay here and maybe get a timeshare, or do you want to leave?
I mean, it's not exactly what I was hoping for. I thought I'd see my parents or people I loved. But no, it's just nasty.
Whoever told you that you were promised something in the afterlife must have wanted you to be um, sidetracked and distracted from the present reality that you were living in. That's the only real thing, is the life that you're living now. There's no promise for after.
Oh, well. I mean, that's horrible.
It's at least what I was told. Sure, you can do good things and you can fight hard and die in battle or hunting an animal or with where you go. Who knows what claim do you have on your soul? What deals were made for you that you don't know?
It's a lot to think about.
Well, I think we would have a lot of time pondering down here, so we might as well continue forward. How are you feeling?
I mean, I feel fine. A little bruised, but otherwise I'm good.
I feel like absolute shit. I feel this place wanting to take me apart. I feel like my life's force here is, it wants it. I'm scared to lose it here.
Well, I can see why.
I just don't know. I don't think I've ever conceived of being in a place like this before.
Yeah, well, I guess it'll make a very depressing song one day.
You must get out to play it, so I'm going to try to get better with quick time so we can continue forward. And my face seems to become flushed and redder, and not just my face, most vital areas. You see your arteries bulge as I cast Blood Rush and consume a lot of my health die to give myself some healing.
All right.
And how does I roll that? Plus my spell bonus. That's not terrible. Oh, is it the modifier or the spell bonus? Hold on. But yeah, I'll do that and then we can continue forward.
Okay. Let's begin to go forward. You walk as you hear the grumblings, this beast, whatever it is you are in. Moans and even screams, muffled beyond the thick walls of this thing.
Dick walls.
And then you open up to a chamber. It seems to be surrounded with, on the walls, it's like 100-foot wide, the floor and the ceiling, almost pseudopodic, red tendrils that seem to be searching. And all around the room, making strange, unnatural paths, are bones that have been about human-sized bones, humanoid, that have been arranged into prisms. You hear whispers in the room, whispering strange regrets. I never told her that I loved her. I shouldn't have yelled as I left. Sometimes laughter. Beyond the room, you can see more of this winding, organ-like path continues. What would you like to do?
I speak up. Do you think we should remain unseen, or Nala, do you think you can play a song to soothe these souls?
I mean, I could try.
We could try to be silent at first, and if they notice us, maybe you could try saving us that way.
All right.
Yes, I fear these souls may be too far gone, but if we can sneak by them, I think that would be best. Laura, would you be able to do that bubble thing?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
And I will cast spell Cast that Trace. It's a plus.
Okay. So the shadows begin to try to conceal all of you. All right. So your plan here is to try just to go unnoticed, yeah?
Yep. I'll go ahead and try to be the one keeping an eye out for us as we move forward.
While Layla's keeping an eye out, I'm actually mostly listening and trying to find something worthwhile sharing if I can in anything here, whether it's regrets I hear on the wall or how this place is composed and kept together.
Okay. So it's just trying to... So explain that a little further for me, please. Jalen.
Whether it's like listening to what these entities are saying from these walls, or looking into the arcane makeup of this place and how it keeps these souls in this like organ-like form, constantly, I guess, like a part of it, to share to the Farsi. If for like this might not be the most spectacular thing I see, but something as a backup to backup insight, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
To share.
Okay, so yeah, I would say give me an insight or Arcana check probably.
Okay.
And then Layla, you're just trying to stealth forward, or are you trying to do something specific?
Mostly I was trying to keep an eye out to make sure we didn't cross paths or wander too close to something that would alert us. So I guess I'm was hoping for a perception
Yeah.
of some sort.
Yeah, give me a perception check. Then what's Nala and Alora doing?
Laura's probably doing what hunters do best and looking on the floor, seeing if there's any like discrepancies, like tracks, maybe traps or something that she can pick out.
Okay. Give me survival, please.
Natural 19 plus 9 for 28 minus 2, 26.
Okay.
That's a 14.
Okay. And Nala.
Nala is terrified of dying all of a sudden. She is going to prepare to play a song if need be,
Okay.
but only if needed.
I rolled a 24-29.
Gotcha. So, walking forward as Raya, you begin to understand, like observing these prisms, that these seems to be almost like traps, because you can see where it's easy to walk into them, the way that these bone prisms are arranged. Like you're trying to find the path, but they're wide enough for someone to step into, even through. So, and Layla, you're kind of seeing this as well. This whole idea that you have to be careful to not use that as a way to go quickly, but stay where no prism exists, which is a constant looking up and down. And as a Raya, you can tell that within each one would be a tortured and trapped, a soul that's being unmade.
Gross.
So this was meant to capture those who would wander around somehow.
Interesting.
Or this could have been its reaction to Enskoti's meddling. And Laura, you're trying to follow the steps of those before, where people have walked. And with the high checks from the other two, you see Laura beginning to walk into one of the prisms.
Wait.
Layla's tail actually comes out and kind of grabs her around the wrist.
Okay, I like that.
What is it?
I kind of just using my tail point up or to wherever it is.
That's a bit odd. I'm looking for all sorts of traps. I didn't see anything like this.
As you pull them aside, you can see this image that looks like they're made up of strands of black hair, pulling and stretching towards Elora. No! I was trying to grab them inward.
I go ahead, give her a yank.
Yeah. Then, yeah, now, whatever, if you feel like a good time comes for anything, go ahead and do it.
I don't think she would. Well, because I was told to just play it as a last resort, and I'm assuming everything's still going to plan.
Okay. Right. So you find yourselves now. You think you've made it to about the middle of the room. What would you like to do for the second part of this?
I'm going to. I want to see if there is a specific route I can kind of map out going the rest of the way that would avoid the prisms.
Okay. So trying to map a way here. I'll do survival.
Okay.
And everyone else?
That's gonna be a total of 7.
Okay.
What could possibly go wrong?
Good thing they're just using crayons and paper. Jeez, oh my gosh. Gave them the good crayons. I guess for what I will do for this part. So I don't want to disturb any of these prisms. So I will just. I don't. I guess I don't want to do anything specific because I don't want to mess anything up. But I'll just. Is okay. Oh no, that's too far. I'll just be mindful and remind people that we do have a way to go forward if anything gets sticky. And also, could I tell how much more of this great hall we have left before us?
A good 50 feet.
Okay. Then I guess I will just, considering I got a real good sense of how this was made last time, I'll just try to keep everyone on notice. And maybe I could do like I can actually just put maybe light on my staff or even minor illusion to make like little dots in the air that will like move around prisms or things like that, so people can have like a waypoint so they don't accidentally bump into anything.
Okay, give me a kind of check.
Yeah, 18 plus 9 for 27.
Okay. And Laura or Nala?
Move forward and move quietly, staying within the shadows, but being mindful.
Laura, now if you have anything specific, I can take stealth checks with the +10.
I guess I'll do that. Uh, 33.
Okay. And Laura?
I'm sorry. I'm at my right now. What was the skill check?
Stealth?
Oh, come on! I'm so glad I have the fucking that trace. Man, that's horrible. That's a dirty 20.
Wow.
Okay. So you move ahead, trying to 30-20 with the +10.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a dirty 20 with the +10. I rolled a 2. Thank God for the +8.
Yeah, trying to get as far as you can. You begin to see where the orbs are, maneuvering all of you away from walking in. And the light, of course, begins to draw attention, it seems, from the tendrils around. Then, Laura, you I ask you, how do you feel like you kind of are a little more clumsy here?
Seeing how this is a difficult terrain that she has never set foot in, when she does not know how to position herself carefully as to not make noise. So she's trying to like feel around, trying her best not to make enough noise, but her steps are, a bit louder than she would have liked to be sneaking past.
Okay, I kind of... And all at once, tendrils from the ceiling shoot down at Alora. This
Oh dear.
is 21 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Right. Come and you watch as
No.
they... Nope.
Wait, hold on. Sorry. It's got to have been within an hour since I've cast that spell. Alora, would a +5 make that a miss?
+5 to my armor.
Yeah.
What was the hit?
21.
21.
No, that'd still meet it.
God damn
It's
it.
a beat
All right,
it.
never mind.
God damn, let's get Alara some better armor.
We did. We got a B suit.
Yeah, it does not increase my armor class. I mean, hang on.
Apparently, you need to get her a
Okay.
queen bee suit.
DM, what's the, because it's a 50-50 whether or not it does and does not hit her, because we could say we'll go with what she had prior, which was her swords. However, if we're saying that she does not have it equipped, then it would go down.
No, yeah, you can have your swords out. Like, I feel like you saw these things, so I'd imagine Laura would be approaching it the way that's best for her at this moment.
Okay, so then yeah, meets it with then that would be a 22 instead then, because of the +1 to the AC.
Yeah, so I would have a crimson shield come up and block the tentacles coming in.
How much blood in this tubby?
Okay, yeah, so it blocks shing, as it kind of goes up and starts hunting once more this room. A little bit more awakened now, aware of fresh beings inside. So Genor asks, what do you all want to do?
And we're probably 25 feet now compared to the 50 or something.
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah.
Okay, so this time I'm knowing that the light's kind of awoken it. I'm gonna take a small pebble, I'll do like a coin in my pocket, something I can cover fully with my hand, my big
Okay.
paw.
Yeah.
And I will cast light with it so the light won't shine out.
Gotcha.
But I will stealth sneakily and hold my reaction till if someone fucks up. I will throw the coin to try to distract the tentacle with the lighted coin, the lit coin.
I like that.
You know the party loves each other when the comment is, until somebody fucks up.
All right. What else?
Y'all sleeping or something?
I'm trying
I'm
to
just
think.
waiting
Trying
on
to
everybody
think.
else. I don't really have anything.
Fair enough. Do you want me to roll the sorry, someone I guess next door is freaking doing fireworks. They must be practicing for the Friday or something. Goddamn. Do you want me to roll for the sneaking
Deception?
or the stealth?
Yeah, you can roll yourself.
I'm gonna cast Veil of Dusk on myself to give myself advantage.
Nice.
Let's see, what can I do?
You just see her dog.
Because normally I can just shift myself, but I said earlier that my shifting's not working. So that's what I'm going with.
Ah, shit, that's concentration. I can't do that.
So people not doing anything specific, go ahead and do the stealth then.
Yeah.
DC does get much higher with stealth.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she won't be rolling any dirty 20s with that plus 10.
It's not my fault. I rolled the 2. At least I have a plus 8.
21.
You rolled.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay. That's a little bit better. That's a 32.
I got a dirty 30.
22.
Okay. So that's fares for Nala and Leela. As how do you imagine you making more noise than is good here?
Really sad that it's 22 the fail.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's not necessarily noise, but I think maybe some of the bits of star that crashed into me earlier just maybe flared up.
Okay. I like that.
my.
I do have an extra +1 on my AC though because of my dusk thing, so I got that going for me.
Nice.
Seeing the light flare up, I throw my lit coin in the opposite direction.
Oh, very good. And now, what do you think it looks like for you?
After her talk with Azariah, he really freaked her out. So she's having some difficulty right now, and since she's carrying her harp, she probably accidentally bumps against the wall and makes a sound as she's trying to keep her eyes on the things that are stalking them.
Okay. So I put disadvantage on both of them, Azariah, as they put on there. And it's a 26 and 28 to hit them.
Oh my. Okay, hold on.
They were natural 20s on both of the disadvantage rolls.
Nice.
Yeah, I took
Okay.
like blessing
What's
from you.
the. Okay, tell me what's the DC on that, please, because I could maybe possibly help on that.
It was well the thing rolled to perceive them rolled a natural 20.
They rolled enough.
Well, no, so there's a 26 and 28 to hit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, what I was going to say was that those are the lower rolls of nat 20s. Is if everyone's like, what the heck? That's why.
Yeah.
I-
We take in damage.
All right. So quickly, they come around, and for Layla and Nala, they wrap around you, either the chest or the wrist or the throat, depending on how you want to envision it, and begin to pull you up. And as they do, you can see bones being brought by others trying to form something around you. What do you all want to do?
Let's see. So how how it's presented is essentially they're grappled. Are they slowly being pulled up? Would I have enough time to say rush to one of them and attempt to cut them free.
Sure, I like that. Yeah, you see that happening. Oh my goodness, you rush, take out your sword. You can make your attack.
I have 3 attacks. Thank God for what's fucking. Oh, no fucking way! Are you shitting me? Oh my God, that's 2 natural 20s and a 4.
Oh, nice.
Oh my God, that's a rarity.
All right. So your 3 attacks. So go ahead and I'd say roll the damage on each.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
It's amazing.
That is. I've
Appreciate
never had that
is
happen to me.
4 nat 20s in the last 5 rolls.
That is nuts. I've never had that happen before. Let's see. Something like Oh my! That's a 27 piercing.
Okay. So with that, you cut through both of the veins here with the 2 nat 20s. Free, and you're able to push through and out of the room, going up. And as you do, you feel as though it's like that sense of going against the flow. Almost walking against the tide. And it's like the strange white light begins to surround you each. And it coalesces into a small palm-sized object for each of you. This is meaningful. What does it become for each of you?
It's just one. It coalesces as some small object,
Yeah.
or it's a trowel. Something I've used in the garden when I was a kid. Maybe my first trowel that my grandmother gave me when I was when I had just moved from really not feeling, or when my dad kind of rejected me from hunting with my brothers and said I was better off in the field. My grandmother would have given me something to make me feel special. So it's a badass trowel.
Nice. Layla Nala?
For me, it would be a flower that almost appears to be made out of the night sky.
Oh, nice. It's black.
But it does have the flecks like stars that seem to twinkle, and it's constantly changing as well.
Like it. Laura.
I'm sorry. It kicked me out. I didn't hear.
Oh, yes, right. So you're up. There was this as you kind of pushed against the flow here, like as you're going against, you're trying to go up something that's meant to go down. But energy wise, it seemed like energy coalesced around you and became a small object in your hand that has some type of great meaning to you. And I was asking everybody what it became for them.
Oh, I see. I'd say for Alora, some great significance would probably be the first arrow she ever crafted.
Ooh, I like that. What about Nala?
Renala, it is a piece of parchment that she's never seen before, but when she looks at it, it has musical notes, and the song lyrics and music are listed at the bottom as being written by her parents.
So you each have these tokens, and while here, the function of these, as you're trying to make your way and recover parts of the energy this thing is consuming, is you can use this, and you would describe how you use it to achieve what you're trying to achieve, but it can turn a failure into a success. And once you do, it would be consumed or used and gone. So you would describe that to activate it. Are you ready to proceed?
Mhm.
How long is this grand hall in Oregon that we're in?
Yeah, so here it seems to be almost like a long tubular one.
Okay.
And it kind of curves various angles. Then it comes going again, probably another 15 minutes. It splits off into 3 different directions. In each one, there it is sealed shut by 4 pieces of this organic valve that shut off flow. And right now you stand apart from it. Like maybe 10 feet back from this area. What would you like to do?
I look to Layla. Do you think you can glean any insight from this place?
I can try, but there is a risk if I try to do it multiple times.
I think the risk I'm most worrying about is not trying.
When I say a risk, I mean it. Hold on, let me double check. But I'm
Are
pretty
you going
sure
to
it
die?
can give-
If you're going to die, then don't do it.
No, it's if I cast it 2 more times before finishing my long rest, there's a cumulative 25% chance that I get a random reading. So I can get another answer, but there's going to be a 25% chance that it is complete bullshit.
Also, I think you meant don't die again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm already dead, so
Oh,
you
yeah,
know.
you know what I meant.
And technically, I kind of died a second time in here already. So if you want, I can do I can ritual cast divination again.
If you're comfortable, otherwise we can use our natural wits and what
you're
we
all gonna
know
die.
to.
I'm leaving that up to y'all. If you want me to do it, I'll do it. Otherwise, natural wit.
I think we try our luck here.
Is
So you
there
went
any
from-
discernible difference between the paths?
So you kind of approach.
Cautiously?
Okay. So you begin to cautiously approach, and as you do, the one to the left, 4 pieces of it begin to open towards you.
I'm a back up.
They close.
Okay, so one of them is a little more sensitive than the other, apparently.
You think that one would maybe leave out what could be the mouth? Or maybe even it's hard to kill it.
I don't know. I tried to get a better look, but it started to open up, and so I backed away.
Do I know anything about? I'm guessing. I don't know. How is this built up? I'm thinking it's a worm. Worms have like 7 hearts. I don't know. I dissected a worm once in biology. It was a long time ago.
I mean, it's hard to kind of know from this, I think.
For sure. I don't have any way of telling. I don't have deviation. I'm willing to take the more sensitive route, I guess. Do our like little lights of memory and meaning react to any of these passages?
No, not really. They don't have a.
Okay.
So what are we doing?
I like I said, I vote for the sensitive way. So whatever everyone else feels, that's I'm cool with it.
Sounds good.
Alright.
Okay, so you, Layla, you leading?
Sure.
Okay. As you now, you all kind of go up together in this path, and they start to get close, and it opens, and they open and immediately grab you, reaching out to pull you through. Do you let it go, or are you resisting?
Is it just reaching for me, or is it reaching for
Just for you.
just for me? Okay, I'll let it, I guess.
Okay, with that, put yourself on the other side. They've sealed shut. And you're separated from everybody else. The rest of you saw, and now that it's closed, as you go to approach it, it does not open.
Investigation check.
Okay.
Mainly seeing if it's like a hidden trigger, like a trap or something.
Gotcha.
Aw, man. Come on. That's a 4. I have no idea.
You don't know. So I
No.
will say, as you begin to go, you get closer to the one on the right, and as you do, it begins to open.
Hmm.
Are there any holes in it?
No.
Cracks?
Maybe.
There's just seams.
Just the seams?
Hmm.
Could a tiny creature fit in it?
Oh, absolutely not. It's very tight.
I got nothing.
Maybe it's trying to push us somewhere. If it opened up for Layla with this one, and this one will open up for me, maybe we might have to separate.
So the one that was open, let's okay, hold on. There was 3 obviously like valves, right?
Mhm.
One open for Layla, and the other 2 were closed, and now
Yep.
one has opened again for Alora, a separate one.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we can try it and see. Can you communicate with us without seeing, Layla, as long as we're close?
I am not sure how that would work with my telepathy.
Well, I guess I will make no questions about it then. And I will cast Raries.
Okay. So you're kind of connected through this. Sounds good.
Oh my gosh. Then I will, yeah, then I'll just suggest Alora that she can go through and we'll look into the third, I guess.
All right. As soon as she gets the okay, she'll step right through.
Okay, yeah, it opens and pulls you through. And the center one opens wide. And it doesn't pull you through Azariah, but instead you can walk freely through.
Interesting. And just myself can fit through here. Nala cannot.
I mean, it hasn't closed.
Okay. So I'll go through.
Yeah, you go and it still is open with Nala on one side, you on the other.
Nala will go through.
You'll go through. And as you walk away from it, it closes, though it seems not to have sealed like the other two.
Can you hear me, Laura?
Oh,
The middle passage opened up for me and Nala, and is letting us go through. What does it look like on your end?
let's see. It looks a bit odd. But I'm assuming it's the same as how Layla is, and she can't get out that sealed behind her.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it looks like it's the exact same thing Layla has. The door's sealed. There's really only one way to go. But there's nothing too different from what I can see.
Maybe I can find some way to bring you forward. Some type of reacting or reflux ahead that Nala and I can trigger.
But it sounds like all of you proceed as you down your individual paths.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
How is that not where we end tonight? That would be great.
We have 18 minutes. Leave me alone.
Yeah, that's why. So if it was like 5,
No, just,
but,
being evil.
I know.
I like cliffhangers.
But yeah, as you each proceed, Layla, and Alora both come into a room, and you come to these individuals. They're not the same room, but much of it is the same. If we saw this, it would be like a split screen in a show. As you come into these rooms that look the same, veins all around, tendrils that seem to be grabbing from somewhere this energy and pushing it into a humanoidish, well, I should say a form in the center, bound in these heart veins. Layla, the one you're in, looks like you. Like it's forming this new Thrykeen. Laura, yours looks like you. They both notice you. The one, Layla, says, in Thrycreen, you're the storm. The one, to Alora, you're the reason they follow. And both would say, let me lead now. What do you do?
What did it say to me again?
You're the storm. Let me lead now. Ah! Then, Elora, you're the reason they follow. Let me lead now.
I believe she would say, why should I?
So, Laura, they look. Because you know you've never done a thing that's made a difference. But I can fix that for us.
Have you ever had ramen?
For us, you say.
And,
Hold the words.
it doesn't respond. Did you say bold words?
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to think of my follow. Sorry.
That's cool. We can go over to.
Layla's going to ask, if I'm the storm, then what are you?
I can be the perfect storm. If you let me lead.
No. I do not need... I am... The perfect storm is destruction. I am a gentle storm. To come and grow. I will not let you.
Saying those words, you utter them, and there is this light from within you that comes and almost comes out and almost becomes like the soft cloth that lays over you, covering you. This truth of the gentle storm. And the other you bound in these veins screams. And all the tendrils recede and they're gone. And you see on the other end of the passage the valves open, allowing you to proceed.
I'll kind of bow my head towards it and then proceed on.
Laura, you ready?
Yeah, just to clarify, what did they say? Or I responded. That's I'm the reason they follow, right?
And then
Yes.
and then they said, and then you asked why, and they basically had said that because you haven't done anything like to make a difference.
All right, yeah,
You
and then
change
there's some
that.
bold words. Okay. Bold words, but we both know that I've done plenty. I do not need what you're offering. I can get by just well on my own and my companions.
And a warm light within you burns as they sneer and the veins retract and they vanish. And the light comes out and rests in your quiver as shining arrows of energy.
Sweet.
On the other side, it opens.
She'll proceed, but thinking about the words that she herself and her clone has said, I will make my own choice as she proceeds.
Nala and Azariah, you come to the end where now it goes straight up and you see narrow muscular ridges that form stretched vocal cords. It seems to be the only way forward.
Could
Right.
we do like a back-to-back thing where we go up the chute, but getting pressing our backs against each other and putting our foots in to climb up?
Both of you are down. Sounds good.
I'm pretty fast, Azariah.
Oh, try not to leave me in the dust. I don't want to feather fall all the way down.
How far is it?
You look up. Looks really high up.
Fine.
We'll interlock arms and get back to back and slowly start stepping up.
Okay. You step up, you unavoidably hit these ridges. There's this chiming of whispers and voices that surround the air, the sound space here. And then suddenly coalesce to you Azariah. And you hear your father's voice. She's safer without you.
It's funny to hear that come from a voice that everyone can agree knows that we all know. It is you that she was safer without. And I continue pushing up and onward.
Yeah. Give me an intelligence saving throw.
Yeah. 22.
Very good. 22, you answer this, and you feel yourself emboldened, stronger physically here as you suddenly are able to match Nala's strength and speed.
I feel like I'm not lagging. This feels good. How do you feel, Nala?
I'm just slowing down for you, old man.
Oh, old man, that's not fair.
Then Nala, they begin to coalesce for you. And you hear. And you can tell me what voice. You don't belong anywhere, and you never will.
Okay. I guess Rulgar.
Who's your regard to you?
He's in my backstory.
Yeah. So
Yeah, what does that mean to us?
yeah. Explain it.
I thought you knew these things.
We don't know these things,
I'm saying explain to the group, explain it to everyone here.
so we know what importance it has.
Rugar is a stone giant, and he's a bit of a warmonger, and thinks of me as a bit of a threat, or at least he did think of me as a threat. A threat to his calling on the dominance of giants, and saw me as a natural enemy who might stand in his way of achieving that. And probably didn't like me going to the stone giants when I did.
And then how does Nala react?
Angry. Because she doesn't like him. And so might use that to do something ridiculous here.
Okay.
She wants to grab Azariah and say, hold on. And she wants to try to jump up some to grab a higher part of the ledge.
Okay. So before you do, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Can't even read that. Let's see. It's a 14.
Okay. So you this anger, but coming back, you feel the possession of doubt in your heart over the words as you leap with Azariah. So please give me this athletics check with disadvantage.
All right. It's a dirty 20.
Okay. So you leap up.
Yeah,
And-
so
Yep.
what happens there is if, as long as it succeeded, I will have leapt up 28 feet.
Okay. So you leap up. Hi, Dragon Azariah with you.
Yeah.
And as you do, you grab and the ridges here almost kind of clamp down for like 10 bludgeoning on your hand.
All right.
And then you continue to push up here. And then we see through an open throat and two side chambers that open. Layla, Nala, and Laura, and Azariah come out to this gaping maw of fangs. And went there for tonight.
What in the tethered doppelganger PTSD hell was that?
It was just a good time. It's just a good time.
Is that
It's
what
called
it was?
the Mimic.